Lauren Delaney had always been the golden girl of Fairview, a picturesque small town nestled in the heart of Oregon. Raised in a loving family, she excelled academically, earning a degree in civil engineering and returning home to revitalize her community's infrastructure. With her warm smile, relentless ambition, and unwavering kindness, Lauren was adored by everyone who knew her. She had recently landed a coveted project, redesigning Fairview's aging bridge, a job that solidified her place as a rising star in her field. Her personal life seemed just as promising. She had been dating Eric Palmer, a well-liked real estate agent, for almost a year. But behind her seemingly perfect life, there were things Lauren kept private: stress from work, a growing distance in her relationship with Eric, and an uneasy feeling she couldn't shake off. When she failed to show up for work on a crisp October morning, the town's concern quickly turned into fear. It was an ordinary Wednesday when Lauren vanished. She was last seen leaving her apartment around 7:30 a.m., coffee in hand, dressed in her usual polished work attire. Security footage from a nearby gas station captured her filling up her car at 7:42 a.m. After that, she was gone. When she didn't arrive at work, her co-workers initially assumed she had taken the morning off. But when lunchtime passed with no word and she missed a crucial meeting, they grew concerned. Her best friend and co-worker, Emily Carter, tried calling her several times. When the calls went straight to voicemail, Emily decided to check Lauren's apartment. Everything appeared normal. Her bed was made, her laptop sat open on her desk, and a half-finished cup of tea rested beside it. But her phone and purse were missing. 3 days later, her car was discovered on a remote dirt road 15 miles outside of town, the driver's side door slightly ajar. The only thing missing was Lauren. Detective Mark Hensley, a seasoned investigator with a reputation for cracking tough cases, was assigned to lead the investigation. His first impression of Lauren's disappearance troubled him. It wasn't a simple case of someone walking away from their life. There were no signs of a struggle in her apartment, but something felt off. The first clue came from her car. Inside, police found her work bag, but her phone and wallet were missing. There were no signs of forced entry or an accident. The only odd detail was a slight smudging of dirt near the trunk, as if someone had rested a heavy object there. Lauren's boyfriend, Eric Palmer, became the initial person of interest. When questioned, he seemed cooperative but defensive. "I don't know what happened to her," he insisted. "We had dinner the night before. She was a little distracted, but she didn't say anything about being in danger." Eric had an airtight alibi. He had been hosting a company seminar at the time of her disappearance. Yet something in his demeanor struck Detective Hensley as off. Did she seem scared? Was she worried about something? The detective pressed. Eric hesitated. She mentioned helping a friend, but she didn't give details. Then came the red herrings. A drifter had been spotted near the gas station on the morning of her disappearance. A co-worker, Daniel Reese, had openly expressed resentment toward Lauren after she received a promotion over him. But both leads fizzled out after thorough investigation. The real breakthrough came when Lauren's bank records showed an unusual withdrawal. $2,000 in cash taken out 2 days before she disappeared. Security footage showed her at the ATM, glancing nervously over her shoulder. Why would she need that much money? And who was she afraid of? Detectives then discovered she had been receiving cryptic text messages from an unknown number in the weeks leading up to her disappearance. The text contained veiled threats and references to something she owed. A deeper dive into her background revealed a shocking revelation. Lauren had been helping friend, Jessica Meyer, escape an abusive ex-boyfriend, Trevor Baines, a man with a history of violent behavior. Confronted with this evidence, Jessica broke down. She admitted that Lauren had been acting as a go-between, helping her secure funds to leave town safely. The money Lauren withdrew was meant for Jessica's escape. But on the day of her disappearance, Trevor had found out. Police tracked Trevor to a secluded cabin deep in the Oregon woods. Inside, they found Lauren bound, terrified, but alive. She had been held captive for over a week. Trevor, in a fit of paranoia and rage, had planned to make an example out of her for interfering in his life. He was arrested on the spot. Trevor Baines faced multiple charges, including kidnapping and attempted murder. The trial gripped the town, drawing national attention due to the chilling nature of the crime. Jessica testified against him, her voice shaking as she recounted the years of abuse she had endured and how Lauren had selflessly tried to help. Lauren herself took the stand. The courtroom was silent as she described the terror of being held captive, the moments when she thought she might never see daylight again. "I only did what any friend would do," she said, her voice resolute. "I never imagined it would come to this." Trevor showed no remorse, smirking through most of the proceedings. But the jury had no sympathy. He was found guilty on all counts and sentenced to life without parole. Lauren's rescue was met with a collective sigh of relief in town, but she would never be the same. The trauma left deep scars, yet her courage had saved not only herself but also Jessica. She took time off from work, undergoing therapy to process the ordeal. Eventually, she returned to her career, stronger and more determined than ever. Jessica, too, began a new chapter, moving to another state with the support of advocacy groups for survivors of domestic abuse. She credited Lauren with giving her the strength to leave. Fairview would always remember the girl who had once been their beacon of hope, and a dark reminder of what lay beneath even the most idyllic of places.